Welcome to the Explainer. Look, in 2026, getting your emails seen is a whole different ballgame. It's gotten so much tougher. So today we're going to break down exactly how you get past those AI gatekeepers and land where you belong, right in the inbox.
Okay, let's just dive right into this because I know you've been there. You spent hours crafting the perfect copy. The offer is an absolute no-brainer. And the design? Flawless. You hit send, you're expecting your phone to just blow up with notifications, but instead, crickets. Just total silence.
And here's the brutal, honest-to-goodness truth. It's not that people ignored you, it's that they never even saw you. You see, in 2026, it's not about sending a ton of emails anymore. It's all about reputation. Providers like Gmail and Outlook, they're running these incredibly smart AIs that don't just scan for a few bad words. No, they analyze your intent, your history, your whole technical setup to decide if you even get to walk up to the front door.
And when that bouncer turns you away, this is what happens. An open rate so low it can feel like you're literally shouting into the void. This is a new reality when your message gets sent straight to the digital graveyard, never ever getting a chance to be seen.
So how in the world do you get past this digital gatekeeper? Well, you do it the old-fashioned way, by building trust. In this explainer, we're going to walk through the 4 absolute pillars you have to master. That's your digital identity, how you actually drive real engagement, the nuts and bolts of your emails, and of course, the quality of your list.
All right, let's start at the very beginning, the absolute foundation, your technical setup. This is basically your digital passport, and if you don't have it, you're going to be treated like a complete and total stranger.
You know, in 2026, these 3 things are just not optional anymore. Think of it like this. SPF is your passport, proving you are who you say you are. DKIM, that's your verified, unforgeable signature on that passport. And DMARC, well, that's you giving crystal clear instructions to the Border Patrol on what to do if someone shows up with a fake. Sending an email without these is like sending an anonymous letter made of newspaper clippings. It's just instantly suspicious.
But look, just having your papers in order, that's just table stakes. To really stand out, you've got to build a trustworthy brand presence. And that means sending from your own domain, not some generic Gmail account. It means customizing your tracking links so your reputation isn't tied to 1,000 other random senders. And it means using BIMI, which, and this is so cool, puts your logo right there in the inbox. That is a powerful, instant signal of trust to both people and those AI filters.
Okay, so our technical ID is sorted. Let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle, and it's a big one. How the AI judges you based on what real people do. This is where human behavior can either be your greatest asset or your biggest liability.
And this right here, this is probably the most important mental shift you need to make. The AI over at Google and Outlook, it has this simple logic. If someone actually takes the time to hit reply and write back to you, it must be a welcome, human conversation. A reply is the single most powerful, positive signal you can possibly get.
So, what does that mean for you? It means you have to actively encourage this stuff. Ask a question in your welcome email. Break up your list and maybe send a little less often to your colder subscribers. And this is huge. You have to have a process to automatically remove people who haven't engaged in, say, 90 days. Keeping those ghost subscribers on your list just drags down your metrics and tells the providers that your content probably isn't very relevant.
Okay, let's keep going and actually look inside the email itself. Because these modern filters are analyzing way more than just a couple of spammy keywords. They're dissecting the entire structure and the content of your message.
The thing is, the AI is just too smart to fall for the old tricks. An email that's just one giant image, that is a massive red flag. Why? Because the filters can't read it, so they assume you're trying to hide something. Messy HTML code you just copied from a Word doc looks super suspicious. And of course, the content itself has to give real value, not just some clickbait promise. Clean, simple, and transparent, that's the name of the game now. And please, for the love of all that is good, do not hide your unsubscribe link. Making it hard for people to leave doesn't keep them as customers. All it does is encourage them to smash that report spam button. And that is the absolute death blow for your sender reputation. Trust me, a lost subscriber is way, way better than a damaged domain. Finally, let's talk about the hygiene of your most valuable asset, your list. You know, the people who actually gave you permission to contact them. The rookie marketer brags about how big their list is. The expert, they brag about how clean it is.
At this point, this is pretty much mandatory. Yeah, a double opt-in might slow down your list growth a tiny bit, but it is your single best defense.
It guarantees that every single email address is real, it's typo-free, and it belongs to someone who genuinely wants to hear from you. It basically wipes out the risk of hitting those nasty spam traps that providers set up. Now, what's so great about this slide is that it just boils everything we've talked about down into a really clear action plan. The items in red, those are code red emergencies. If your technical authentication isn't set up, or if your list is full of ghosts, you are actively destroying your ability to reach anyone. The items in orange, well, those are the high-impact changes that really separate the amateurs from the pros.
So, we've covered the 4 big pillars of email deliverability: your digital identity, engagement, the email's anatomy, and your list quality. But what's the one big idea you need to walk away with? This quote from our source material just nails it. It really does. This isn't about finding some magic trick or a secret loophole. It's about a long-term commitment. It's a commitment to sending valuable, wanted communication to people who actually want it. It's about earning your spot in the inbox, one email at a time. That digital bouncer, the AI filter, it's only getting smarter. But by building that foundation of technical trust, by fostering real engagement, and by always respecting your audience, you're not just trying to avoid the spam folder. You're working to become a truly welcome guest. The effort never stops, but it's what ensures your voice will actually be heard.